Good morning. This is Miss Lally out here at my garden. And this morning I got up and I happened to glance out the window and I could see that one of my eggplants was looking very unhappy out here. Leaves drooping, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? So I came out and I looked, and this is the eggplant that's in this pot, and it was doing really well. Well, I noticed one of the leaves, and actually it was this leaf, was drooping a couple of days ago. And I said, well, maybe it was just that one leaf. And then this morning I saw that all the leaves were pretty much like this. And I was like, oh man, something's attacking it. But after checking the soil, the plant pot was completely dry. So I gave it some rainwater from the rainwater that I've been collecting, and already the leaves had started to kind of bounce back. So what it was is I was neglecting the plants that I'm growing in plant pots, and I need to remember that. I have to stay on top of that. Everything that is growing in plant pots I need to stay on top of. Now this one, eggplant, doing really well. So, but I made sure I gave it some water. I watered everything. I have 3 eggplants growing in plant pots. So I don't know if this affected the flowers on this eggplant. Will this flower still produce an eggplant? I don't know if what's going to happen, so I'm gonna just keep watch, see how it's doing. It has another flower on it. I was looking at some YouTube videos. The flower contains the male and female parts, so I'm just gonna watch it and see what happens. But I'm gonna stay on top of making sure that everything that I'm growing in plant pots that I'll water it regularly. I have eggplants, I have some herbs in plant pots, growing peanuts in plant pots, so gotta stay on top of those things. Well, right now this particular eggplant looked like it is definitely coming back. It's appreciating the watering that I did with the rainwater. So glad I stayed on top of that, collecting that rainwater. And I see that it's producing more flower buds. So I call myself making, what is it? Is it fermented plant juice or my own plant fertilizer? And what I did was, and this is the second time, all of these clovers right here, when my husband cut the grass, I collected those clovers. Oh, here come a plane. Okay, all of these clovers right here, and there's even some back up over here, I collected from my husband after he cut the grass, and I put them in a white this white container right here, filled it with rainwater, and let it sit for a number of days. And the first batch I did, I used it on my plants. Plants seem to have done really well. Well, this batch here, when I did it, I added sugar to it. I watched something and it mentioned about adding molasses, and I think somebody had used sugar or something like that. So I just had to use what I had on hand. So I used sugar. I don't remember how much sugar I added to it, but this batch of clovers, I added sugar to to the clover in the water mix, and this is what I have. And I let it sit. But the only thing is, this time I had went away for the weekend, and it had already been sitting for a little while. So when I came back, then I remembered. I said, oh yeah, that's right, I have that plant juice fermenting out back. Let me go check on it. So when I went to check on it, it had a little smell to it. It wasn't too bad, but it was a little smell to it. But I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the juice out and see if I can use it. It's getting ready to rain. Well, this supposed to have been 3 pumpkin plants. I planted them. The leaves had started turning a little bright green, so I figured I'd add some of my plant fertilizer, homemade plant fertilizer, and I did this yesterday, I believe. And no, I did it. I put them out here Saturday. Added some of the plant fertilizer. No, I'll take that back. They were already out here. I added the plant fertilizer on Saturday because the leaves were looking a little light green. But what I did was I took like a couple of cups, added some, poured more rainwater on top of them, thinking it'd be okay. I come out this morning and this is what I see. This is what I see. So I think what it was, I probably used too much of the plant fertilizer, possibly. And also my peanuts. Now I have another container of peanuts over there, but this container I had planted on Saturday, added some plant fertilizer from that second batch, and they didn't seem to do too well. And I think what it was, I added too much, not enough water with the plant juice. So that's what I'm chalking it up to. And one of the things I'm learning with gardening, there is a lot of trial and error when it comes to gardening, and this is one of my trials and most likely an error. So I hope they bounce back. I hope they recover. Cucumbers still not doing like they need to, so I watched these 2 right here, and this one fizzled out, and then now this one is fizzling out. And I don't know, I don't think there's pollination happening over here like it's supposed to. The plant is growing. Looks like I'm getting some of that powdery mildew situation going on here. The plant is growing though. Well, plants, more than one. They are growing. Let's see. I don't see any. Okay, all right, here's a cucumber right here. Flower is wide open. So the question is, should I try to pollinate or just see if the insects would do it? But I'm thinking maybe I might try my hand at it, because now I'm looking and I see this right here. So I don't know. Lots of flowers have fallen off. Most likely the male flowers. So just wanted to give you another morning update of what's going on in my garden. Things look good, but when you do closer inspection, you start finding some little trauma and drama going on in your garden, and you just have to stay on top of these things. Thanks for watching. Have a great gardening day. Bye-bye.